Jenny, I'd like to create a profile.
You'd like to purchase an NHL team?
No. I want to create a profile for your new homelessness app.
I'm Jenny, your digital mayor.
I know. I need a place to live.
I will now innovate you a profile on Homely TM, Seattle's 21st century solution to homeless people. Please place your face. Please place your face inside the box for data collection.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
Innovating.
Christ.
Innovating. Facial innovation inconclusive. Please select from the menu so that you may be directed to judgment or pity.
Okay. Insanity? Not quite. Addiction? No. Lifestyle choice? Other. Okay, other.
Please describe your cause of homelessness.
Hard question.
Input not recognized.
I can't afford a place to live?
It sounds like you selected lifestyle choice. Judgment section.
What? No!
Please remain where you are while we connect you with services.
What services? I need a place to live.
Do not resist while you are connected with services. Navigation droid dispatched.
Fuck?
For your safety, you will be connected with services. Connected with services.
No, quit. Turn off.
Off.
Jenny, off. No. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Seattle Sucks.
Thank you, Alex.
Number 15. I'm Alex, and looks like we have Greg.
Yeah, that's me.
And Colin.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Yeah. Well, guys, I can actually see you because the smoke has cleared.
Yeah.
As of last week, I had about a 2-foot radius of view in front of me at all times. It was very confusing as to who I was talking to, where I was going, anywhere. So it's good to be able to actually,
I think you had the fog of war setting turned on.
The whole city did.
Yeah, the whole city's gone fog of war. It's amazing. Homely,
Seattle's new homelessness
solution
to homeless people.
Yeah, what you heard at the beginning of the episode was I think I would call it a sneak peek, a preview into a preview release of Seattle's Innovation Council's latest app, Homely, trademark. Basically a way to connect homeless people with, services. It's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be
services.
Great. I can't wait.
And it's funny because Colin, you showed me a tweet from Brett Hamill about he was just basically ranting about how no one is talking about how ridiculous this is.
Yeah, except for Sawant, who came out and said we don't need apps.
Sawant and us.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but I don't think Brett listens. So.
No.
Yeah, Brett.
He's still welcome to come on, but I think it's pretty clear he's not going to at this point.
His name on it, right there.
After hearing about, especially that one piece about how, Jenny's whole idea, Mayor Jenny's whole idea of this innovation council is just as a way to produce apps. The government is now some app maker or something, like Big Fish Games or something like that.
To identify problems and then build apps.
Oh, cool. Okay, great. So the city government now is just completely given up on governing, and now it's just turned into some weird agile development company.
You got to go where the money is.
They pivoted.
They're pivoting.
Okay, well, good point. So they pivoted now towards app creation, and it just blew my mind, and I was really depressed about it, I guess, and also just thought it was hilarious and absurd. So I'd talk to my friends and be like, "Can you believe this bullshit?" And basically 4/5 of everyone I talked to just sort of nodded their head and said actually that sounds like a great idea. I think we need more apps.
No.
So
fuck off.
Seattle is getting what it wants. Everyone wants apps.
I mean, maybe that's the answer to it all, right? Everything about our politics is Mayor Jenny is what people want. This is this is what they voted for, and they're down. This is what this city is. You know, we can sort of shit on like our hapless, stupid, clueless politicians, but it's like it's our hapless, stupid, clueless residents that are really the fucking problem. Are like just comfortable, liberal, dumb shits.
Yeah,
who are like, yeah, an app will do it.
You're right about that. And that's what we said with Day too. It's like we had better candidates, and Brett, when he kind of had a little meltdown after he tweeted about that and was talking about how much better of a mayor Carrie Moon would have been. And there's no reason we couldn't have had Carrie Moon or had Nikita Oliver if people wanted either one of them.
Yeah,
and they didn't. Yeah. They wanted Robo Jenny Durkan.
Or at least enough, you know,
a plurality didn't.
Yeah, a plurality of people who actually got out and voted, who heard the message. I think, you know, we know this is also, we can't, it's just like nationally, like I'm unwilling to sort of cast like an entire country in one way or an entire half a country. It is about turnout, and it's about like being able to actually connect a message to people who are just disconnected from society and politics and whatever. But still, there are a lot of like, there really legitimately are a lot of Jenny fans out there who are like, yeah, this is great.
Who just like are constantly refreshing our Twitter feed, like looking for the next sports tweet. Oh, fucking love that shit. Because that's all she's been doing lately, by the way, is like just talking about sports while there's record heat and bizarre haze just drowning out the sun.
Yeah, the blood reds.
Yeah,
the blood red
and blood red moon.
The fucking apocalyptic mornings. Yeah, like you wake up in the morning and the light's like this weird pink color.
Even the
like,
stars are red hue.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
and it's like I get it. Like it's not a problem that she can solve immediately, but to just tweet about sports is like, come on, that's.
Well, she can't help herself.
There's other things that people are thinking about than the next fucking NHL team. But anybody was talking about how like people love apps, and so I guess I can't blame Jenny for creating this stupid council. But a friend of mine was telling me about how the city of Boston had the same great idea to create apps to help people connect with services.
Yeah, Boston is like a legendary for innovation. Like that's
is that on their city seal? Innovation and technology.
Probably, it probably is. No, I mean like over the last over this century, like they've, you know, between the universities there and the city, like they've gone through the entire gamut of all the sort of innovation bullshit and vibrancy bullshit that cities have experimented with. A lot of it originated in Boston, and so they're way ahead of the curve on this.
Let me just say this: fuck you, Boston, because now we're getting all their downwater shitty ideas.
Yeah,
it's trickle down innovation, Alex.
Durkanomics, man.
Yeah.
So I pulled up the city of Boston. This was not hard to find. They have a whole section on technology and innovation on their city website. And they proudly list all of their apps. So they have this thing. We've created and worked on apps to make life easier for Boston residents. Check. It just says apps. I love it. Check out our current applications. So they didn't want to abbreviate. They thought apps too many times was a little bit maybe too much. So they didn't abbreviate it at the end. Application. So here's what we got. The first one is BOSS. It's almost like a Bible verse. It's BOS:311, which is, I guess,
the Book of Boss.
Yeah, the Book of Boss. Verse 3 or chapter 3, verse 11. And the Lord said
unto Boss.
But the BOSS:311 app helps residents and visitors improve city neighborhoods. Cities capitalized inexplicably, but it is okay. You can report non-emergency issues like potholes and graffiti.
Hey, that sounds like find it, fix it.
Yeah, so, okay, I get it now, Boston. We're, like, basically copying their ideas, right?
Also, I mean, let's take just a moment to slow down and think about what these apps are. That find it, fix it, and whatever the fuck that was, pothole,
BOSS:311.
Wow. God, that's right. Okay. So, the God said unto Boss, like, crowdsource your data needs, it's this constant anti-government drive has now permeated. We know this isn't, has permeated every level of American consciousness. And it's like, well, if there's any possible way to lay off people in a city and automate it by not just by technology but by crowdsourcing, it's great. You know?
By tricking the people into doing the work themselves.
Right, and it's just
free.
like all automation. It's like this will help this be more efficient and be done better and be easier for the worker or better for the consumer. But that's just this. It's just really just it's make government smaller and cheaper and more impersonal and shitty. Mm-hmm. What else does Boston have for us, Alex?
I'm pausing here for a sec because you can read the reviews of the app. And I'm seeing if there's anything funny. That's all.
I got it.
Not really. It's just people bitching about error messages. I don't know.
Now that is the hallmark of innovation.
Great idea. It doesn't work. Gives the error message, services not initialized. Oh boy. You get that one. Oh, there's one guy, Neil Daringer, reporting everyone who fails to shovel their sidewalks. So people are obviously, it's a find it, fix it situation where neighbors are just tattling on each other to, spiteful. This one is sort of like nefariously vague. Commonwealth Connect. This award-winning app links cities and towns throughout Massachusetts. You can report problems to local governments, even if you don't know who to contact. The fuck?
Sounds like a black hole for shit to fall into.
There are lots of witches out there, right?
yeah. That is...
I wouldn't know where to turn them in.
Okay.
They don't have an app for that. They should.
Next app. Oh, by the way, if anyone listens to this episode lives in Boston, do come on that podcast and tell us about how all the cool these apps are.
Yeah,
Seattle needs some success stories.
How it solved your social problems.
Yeah, made your life so much better.
How no one is on heroin anymore. There are no homeless people.
And everyone makes a living wage in Boston. And
it's cool. Yeah. Okay. So this one's my personal favorite is Trash Day. I'm just going to let you kind of stew on that for a second, what you think that might be. Trash Day is, now it's easier than ever to remember when your next trash day is.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
This app shows schedules, sets reminders. Wow, if you fucking get reminders from your Trash Day app to take out your garbage, are you fucking subhuman?
That sounds like a calendar app.
Yeah, that sounds like a calendar. Yeah.
I hope your phone goes fucking nuts like an Amber Alert to remind you to take your garbage out.
But no, see, this is connected to the data. When Trash Day changes, when there's a delay or something, it's going to let you know. Your calendar isn't doing that.
That's true.
Yeah, there's a lot of panic and confusion when there's a holiday and you're like, but is it an important holiday or is it a not important holiday?
I've never panicked over the trash. It's like, oh, fuck it. Yeah, it's annoying when it has to sit there for an extra week on your curb, but I don't give a shit.
Okay, here's another one. There's a bunch of really stupid other ones. Here you can pay, instead of using a parking meter, you can pay with your phone.
We have that here now.
We have that.
Okay, whatever. I don't know. I guess that's marginally more convenient.
Which I'm assuming is some private company that the city's contracting with.
Probably. Well, yeah, now everyone knows what car you... it's a weird data collection thing, too, I'm sure. But here's a good one. This is so good. Okay, this one is called Boston Paytix. Paytix. The Paytix app is the fastest way to pay your City of Boston parking tickets. Love it. It's a more convenient way to give your fucking money to a regressive bullshit.
Is there an image of a smiling meter maid being
probably
heroically placing
Rita.
a ticket under a windshield wiper?
I love it says you can just scan your ticket and enter your payment information.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I wonder how many just dicks and balls get scanned and sent over, because that would be fucking amazing. They have screenshots of it. It looks like a very boring, poorly designed app. Okay, and then here's a good one. This one kind of sort of begs the question of what caused this to be created, but the aptly named "Where's My School Bus" app. The app for parents. Sorry, where's my school bus? Okay.
That sounds like a daytime children's weekend TV show or
Yeah.
something, or like a PBS cartoon.
Yeah,
or
an
something.
episode of the Magical School Bus.
Yeah.
The app for parents of Boston public school students lets you track buses in near real time.
Wow.
So I don't know why they needed that.
That
I don't
is-
know why
that's fucking
they need
dystopic.
to be in near real time tracking of school buses. It sounds like, I don't know, if you were like a child predator, that would be great, right? You can see the bus, you know all the routes, you can
Yeah.
disrupt the.
It's like
That might backfire on them.
that you would that it matters to anyone, like when your kid's gonna show up is sad. Is like that says a lot about just the overworked hecticness of modern life.
Yeah.
I'm reading the reviews to the Boston Paytix app, which is like that's the ticket collection app, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a resounding 28 1-stars and only 7 5-stars. It's the lowest rated Boston app so far.
Oof.
And the latest review is by Bert, and this is from 6/28/18. Just one of the many rackets run by the city of Boston. Their way of saying "fuck you" to the working man.
Fuck yeah, dude! I like this guy.
So clearly, the people of Boston have their voice has been heard. Seattle, be warned.
Let's see if this guy's on Twitter.
Don't let Mayor Jenny innovate you a parking ticket app. Oh,
Bert.
fuck! That's what's going to come out of the Innovation Council. I fucking guarantee you.
Yeah, we'll get one of those.
Like that will be the success win of the Durkan mayoral. You know, her whole administration will be like, we released the C Paytix app, Seattle Paytix. That'll be their big achievement. Holy shit, these reviews are amazing. Boston hates its residents. Oh, why would I pay a convenience fee? You have to pay a convenience fee on the app. That's so good.
I really want to understand like the whole convenience fee when like whether it's all any kind of paying for any kind of ticket, whether it's a punitive one or for a movie or a concert or something. The convenience fee for the convenience of using the automated system rather than going to the ticket counter. When we all know what we're doing is using a system that makes it cheaper to sell these things. You don't have to, it's automated, so it's cheaper. It's not more expensive. That has pissed me off for my entire adult life.
No, that's infuriating. One of the 5-star
language.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the 5-star reviews from Dennis Barrows. This is from April 5th, 2018. All caps. Great, easy app. This app is awesome and very convenient. A $1 convenience fee is definitely worth it. If you can't afford $1, you shouldn't be driving or owning a car.
I can picture a lot of people around here saying that, but also I love that. He's like, I'm just out getting tickets so I can pay them. I love it. It's so great. Park wherever the fuck I want.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
Please
for
pay
him,
tickets
this
all
is
day.
this is just automated. He's always known, like he's so flush.
He's
like,
above-
the parking
yeah, he's above
ticket
it.
doesn't matter,
Yeah.
but the logistical hassle of having to pay it is the penalty for him.
Yeah, right.
To go through, so the money, the $75 parking ticket is like he
gives
could
a shit?
fucking wipe his ass with that, but that he has to like keep a hold of this piece of paper, and within 2 weeks, like go get online and type in a credit card each time. Do the shit. Remember, that's the ticket for him.
Yeah.
No, that's totally true. He really should say, like, if you can't afford to do the crime, then don't do the crime. You know. So, Paytix is just for rich fucks, basically, so they can more easily just pay whatever regressive tax they have
It's
to pay.
the
for breaking
platinum
the law.
parking plan.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah, because have you either of you ever heard people talk about using the HOV lane when they're not HOV because they can afford to pay the ticket and
Well,
it's just worth it to them?
I fucking believe that because
I've heard that from
Holy
several people.
when I have to cross.
Personally,
Yeah.
people you know.
Yeah.
Why do you know these people?
That's a fair and
Are
good
they-
question.
Having told you this, they're alive still.
They're still alive.
Well, but that's
To
the
my
funny thing is like, first of all, I've never seen anyone get a ticket for driving in an HOV lane ever. I don't think we even enforce that rule. So, I drive across 520 every day to work, and I would say at least half or more of the cars in the HOV lane have they're like a fucking small, coupe with one person in them, and you're like, fuck this shit.
On the bridge, you can't get pulled over on the bridge. You literally can't get pulled over on the bridge.
You can get pulled over on the bridge.
You can get, but if there's traffic, like they can't. They'd have to, once you're on there, they're not watching people on the bridge, you know what I mean?
Well, they are. They have there's like a shoulder now where the cops hang out on.
Oh, really?
But I don't think they give a fuck
new.
during rush hour. They don't want to, whatever. But in the morning, they give people tickets all the time for zooming on the bridge.
In the morning is when I would see people get violations.
Yeah.
Huh.
When I lived in Yakima and came over, there's a spot outside of Issaquah where the left lane turns into HOV, and there's almost always a cop there that was pinching people for that.
But during rush hour, no one's enforcing it. I still have too much of a conscience to be a total dick and be like, I can't wait an extra 10 minutes to,
Right, that would never occur to me. Like,
yeah, exactly.
First of all, I can't. I mean,
well, if you had to sit in traffic every day,
any kind of ticket is like a major event in my life. Financially, but also fuck, dude.
Anyway, I don't know. I feel
this
like,
is some real talk radio mindset
no
happening
shit.
here, dude. Like, we are. This is getting dark.
Yeah.
Back to apps. That was just a taste of your future, Seattle. Go to the City of Boston website. Take a look around. I guarantee you where all those Innovation Council fucking wonk dickheads are all getting their ideas. They're all just cribbing it from the Boston website. So
and we should say the obvious, which is none of those apps help homeless people in any way.
Yes. Nope.
So,
but see, let's back up, Colin. I see where you're going with this.
Okay.
But you just obviously don't have the sort of innovative mind that can grasp what's happening.
You might be right
here.
about that.
You see, what Boston didn't have when these apps were developed was an innovation council that was willing to start from first principles and identify problems. Okay, that's why homelessness was not identified as a problem in Boston. Right. So, that's been covered by. We have the most innovative people in the world here in the city, in this region. I don't know if you knew that.
Praise
the
be to
most
Durkan.
innovative thing this council's done so far is realize they need to figure out what is wrong.
Wow.
That's where we're gonna beat the shit out of Boston on this app game.
I think
we're gonna catch up in the app gap. we gotta close the app gap. We've got to. It's an arms race. Yeah, it's an apps race. It's an apps race.
Yeah,
we've got to close the app gap, and we're gonna.
Are we worried about Boston selling us their apps or something?
I think they're certainly a rival.
Yeah, rival. Yeah, in
a lot of
they think of themselves
ways.
as innovative. They don't even know what the meaning of the word innovation. But
I'm reading the City of Boston has an innovation and technology website. Holy shit! We engage, empower, and improve life for residents in the city through technology.
Go on.
And then it just makes this bid to hire people. It's like, if you would like a job working for the Innovation Council, they're literally hiring for everyone, apparently. Like chief information officer, principal networks engineer. So I don't know. I guess it's a shitty job that no one wants. But it just, I haven't had time to read through all of it, but it's just these core infrastructure, enterprise applications, digital engagement and services, data and analytics, broadband, cable, and digital equity. And then just a bunch of gobbledygook.
That's fucking stupid.
Wicked free Wi-Fi. That's funny.
That's pretty good.
That is, they innovated that joke very well, I think. Okay, wait. We were going to talk about the broadband shit,
on that
right?
topic, this last week, 4 days ago now, Jenny Durkan announced the Tech Matching Fund recipients. And the Tech Matching Fund is a fund that issues grants for all kinds of things like computer labs, broadband programs that teach technology, etc. So she tweeted out, for the 21st year, Seattle IT Department's Tech Matching Fund grants are helping to close the digital divide and improve digital equity in Seattle's communities. This year, these grants will benefit over 8,300 residents, including immigrants, refugees, and people with disabilities. And so
That sounds targeted.
that does sound targeted. And as we talked about before the show, Mayor Durkan ran on essentially opposing municipal broadband,
Yeah.
which would surely have helped close the digital divide and improve digital equity.
Yeah, no shit.
In
But
Seattle.
like, actually, it would have actually done that,
yeah.
and actually helped everyone.
Absolutely.
It would have hobbled just a little some shitty media companies, and
Yeah. Of which there are maybe 3 players in Seattle now.
Yeah.
so yeah. I mean, but that is, it's so typical. That is like, that whole liberal mindset is like, we're gonna efficiently find the smallest amount of money we can use. Like, these people had to like apply for a year for grants to make whoever
Yeah.
had the best pitch and whatever.
Yeah.
They get this little bit of money that we can show was targeted. We made sure this went to the people most in need. And as long as you can say something is being done for the people most in need, it just obfuscates that most people aren't being affected.
Yeah.
Whereas we could have actual large-scale change by having municipal broadband, which...
Greg, you have to think of an innovative mindset when you try to approach a problem like digital equity. And I think what they're going for, it's an innovation. They're going for the Shark Tank idea.
Okay.
You know, they're like,
Right.
They're like, we have a problem where we have underfunded internet. Basically, people that live in, marginalized neighborhoods get shitty internet, or they just don't even have it at all. That means they can't connect and use apps and cool things like that.
Yeah. People just can't afford it.
So let's Shark Tank this. Let's have them all come to us, but like exactly like you said, like it's that liberal mindset of like, come to us and prove why you need it.
Yeah,
and then
show
maybe we'll
us
give it to you.
And tell us your story, and the stories of the people you're gonna serve, and like, because we want to give it to the most deserving.
Yeah, it's about meritocracy.
Yeah, it's in some way, it's like, it's about helping. It's about targeted assistance for the smallest but lowest among us, and then meritocracy for the people running the program. Like, if you have to have the best pitch and the best background and like whatever to show that you're gonna use this money wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then it just gets subcontracted out or something. It's just a graft.
Yeah. So there were 2 things nationally that were related to this story. At least I think they were national. One was the highest ranked broadband provider in the country is municipally run. So there's one little data point. So
Where's that?
I don't recall where, but that could have been Seattle. And then the second was, and I thought this might have been a Seattle piece, but I can't seem to find it, was that gentrifying neighborhoods are now being served by Comcast. So this is one of the nefarious, gross side effects of gentrification, that internet is finally coming to communities that are underserved because rich white people are moving there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in a way, that's what gentrification is.
Sure.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
Yeah, but like, I think, didn't the United Nations say internet is like a human right? I mean, as basically digital natives, I take internet for granted as like, that's like a utility. You just kind of assume everyone has it, but that's not the reality.
No, it's really not true. And yeah, the options are much more limited in a lot of
I think
neighborhoods.
I think everyone has it to a degree that they pay for it. So like, for us, we can, we get like the high-speed internet and we pay a flat monthly rate for it, and it, seems to work out just fine.
But those options same options aren't available everywhere.
Exactly. So like, if you're in a certain, I don't even know what part of Seattle is underserved versus overserved in our case, but basically, where like, you only internet service you can get is through your phone, where you're fucking told for every megabyte you spend, you pay for, right?
Yeah.
So you end up paying more probably for your internet than anyone else does.
Dude, being poor is fucking expensive.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the bullshit thing that, like, you know, people have access to the internet. You can't not have, you know,
Some option.
basic options.
Yeah.
But it's like, how fucking expensive and how much of a pain in the ass is it for you?
Yeah.
Is determined, you know, by your class, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Seattle,
Like so many things.
you know, we seem to be okay with that,
You
even though we,
overpay.
you know, want digital equity, but
Yeah.
you know,
Don't want municipal broadband.
That's just a basic reality of poverty, is that it's expensive. You end up overpaying for the shittier version of everything. It's a trap.
well, guys, thank you for coming in. Thank God all the smoke is gone. Just enjoy the fresh air for a little
It's
bit
not
longer.
complaining. It was like standing next to a campfire. Like, it was
Which
not,
is awful. And
Yeah,
everyone
which is
hates
too
that.
terrible.
Do you not? Everyone loves campfires.
No.
This is the Pacific Northwest. Drives me nuts to hear, to read people like comparing it to Beijing, going like, this is by parts per million, the content of particles in the air is worse than Beijing. That's fucking like fuel oil and coal smog. This is like 100% pure, natural, organic forest.
So you think,
it's
you think
like
Seattle should be excited about their pollution
no,
being
I'm just
organic?
saying, like, I'm not saying, look, obviously, it's going to cause people some health problems, and it's not great, but at the end of the day, it is just like you stood next to a campfire for an hour.
An hour for 4 days
Yeah, it's
straight.
more like you couldn't go outside for...
But well, good news, Greg. There's more on its way.
Yeah.
I'm
Great.
sure there's another forest fire for you to appreciate the secondhand consequences of. I guess before we say goodbye, I should plug the Twitter at Seattle Sucks Pod. That's what it is, right?
We
That's
never
correct,
remember
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Follow us. Shout us out. Say something. Say hi.
Yeah, please
We really
say
have no
anything.
idea who's listening or if anyone is, probably. We'd love to hear from you. And
Well, we know you are Bezos Town. Thank you.
yeah,
Shout out to our number one power fan, Bezos Town.
Yeah, you rule, man.
Yeah,
Or
And-
men. Or women.
yeah. Could be it. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
They rule.
Yes. Yes. Rate us 5 stars.
Yes.
Yeah, don't
Also-
forget to subscribe. iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts, Internet, Seattle.sucks.
There
Just
is
hit us
also a
up on the internet.
Patreon.
There is a Patreon.
How many subscribers do we have now?
I prefer not to say. The numbers are so good. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say on the air.
Okay.
Cool.
good.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to tout our success. I don't really think we need to rooster around how well everything's going with the podcast financially.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good thing it costs virtually nothing and takes almost no effort.
To produce this podcast?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fuck you.
Oh, that's right. I haven't cut one of these in a while.
But yeah, stay tuned. Next topic is going to be. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Farewell.